It's Ben Hardy here, and today we're looking at the all-new 2018 Ford Escape. This particular one is in the SLE trim, and it has the 1.5 liter EcoBoost, so let's just get right into it. Looking under the hood here of the all-new 2018 Ford Escape, you have that 1.5 liter EcoBoost, which is a 1.5 liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine with 179 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. And this is routed through a 6-speed automatic transmission to all four wheels. Fuel economy on the all-new Escape is going to be 22 combined, 24 in the city, and then you're going to get 28 on the highway, which is actually pretty good for an SUV, and especially an SUV of this size. Finishing our tour up front, you can kind of see that signature front grille and everything with all the nice little chrome bits they have and everything. You got the projector bulbs there and all that with the fog lamps down below, and it's definitely pretty attractive looking front end for this SUV. To the back here, we can kind of see that design for the back. You got these nice little LED tail lamps back there, and then you can see you got the dual exhaust for that 1.5 liter. But to open up the trunk, all you gotta do is just press this key fob twice, and the trunk will automatically open up because it is a power lift tailgate. This is a 5-seater, as you can see, and you got plenty of trunk space back here and everything. You do get a spare tire back here. You can put like a cargo cover, cargo net and everything back here, which is really nice as well. And then when you want to close the trunk, the button is just right here to close it. And this particular one does not actually come with remote start or anything like that. Hop into the side, it's just like a conventional car, so it's just got the regular entry to just use the key fob to lock and unlock it. You got the kind of like leather trim throughout, all your controls and everything for the window, door locks and everything. You do get the power adjustable seats with that leather that continues onto the seats and everything. Step in height's really good, this being an SUV and all. And then once you get in here, you can see all the regular controls on the steering wheel for the center screen here. And you got your tachometer over to the left, you got your speedometer over to the right, and then your fuel gauges, temperature gauge and all that. You got your cruise control and everything, your Bluetooth voice commands and all that. And then down here you have those analog controls for the climate control. You got your auto stop start function. It does have the dual zone climate, it does have heated seats and everything. You got your nice little shifter here with the parking brake. You got a little glove box that actually opens up to be a lot deeper, and you get a nice little USB port back there. And then you got, like I said, the leather seats with the contrast. But the stitching's almost the same color as the seats actually, so I wouldn't necessarily call it contrast stitching, but it, you know, stitching nonetheless. And then you got that nicely sized glove box and everything. This one does not have a sunroof or anything like that, and then you get those back seats that we'll be back to in a minute. But to start it up, you got to take the key fob and you got to just put it in the ignition, twist it, and then it'll start right up. And then coming over to the center screen, it'll have that same, you know, touch screen that you see in all the other ones with the navigation, you know, the phone controls, Bluetooth, all the applications and everything in there, and then your little analog radio controls right there. Stepping into the back, you just gotta lock and unlock conventionally. Like I said, they still kind of continue that nice soft touch material to the armrests in the back and everything. And then I actually have the front seat back pretty far. This seat's probably, the passenger seat's probably more in a normal location, to give you kind of an idea of leg room. You get this nice ventilation back here. You got that 12 volt and everything, but it's got a good amount of space back here. You got a little armrest, and the little hump right here isn't all that high. And so it'd be pretty easy to fit 5 people in here pretty comfortably and everything. So it's definitely a good SUV to take people around in and all that. Setting off here in the all-new 2018 Ford Escape. And I would say, from what I've at least seen and everything and read, this is probably the most popular and best-selling Ford SUV that they have out there. And you know, I'm guessing it's because of the, you know, price point and everything that these are at, and the features and everything that they come with. They're quite a bit cheaper than a lot of the other SUVs that Ford offers, so it's kind of more at that affordable price point and everything. But you know, first impression wise, that turbocharged inline you know, 4-cylinder that has a 1.5 liter displacement, it does kind of growl a bit. I'm noticing that it does go a little bit higher up with the RPMs and everything. It's got a decent amount of power to get you around. It's nothing crazy fast or anything like that. So, and I mean, that's, you're gonna benefit from getting better fuel economy by going this route rather than something that has more power. You can definitely tell by driving it that it is a bit of a smaller engine, because it is, you know, it tends to kind of climb the revs a little bit quicker, but you're not really getting all that much power when you are getting on it just a little bit. Ride quality wise, it's actually, you know, pretty smooth for an SUV. It's not as smooth as like something like a sedan or anything like that that's, you know, lower to the ground and everything, but it, you know, soaks up the bumps pretty well and all that, and so it definitely has this nice smooth ride quality to it and all that. And then, you know, sound wise and everything, overall cabin noise, it's actually pretty quiet in here. The engine is a little bit louder actually than that 2-liter that I was driving early, and I don't think the engine necessarily has like an, you know, it's actually louder. I think that this engine just tends to go up higher in the rev ranges. You know, it tends to stick, you know, when you're accelerating close to around 3,000 RPMs, whereas that 2-liter EcoBoost that I recently drove as well tends to stay close to like, you know, 1,900, 2,000 RPMs. And so then it, you know, it's going to be a lot quieter in the cabin and everything. And then we're about to get it up to highway speeds and everything here just in a second, just so we can kind of see, you know, how easy this is to accelerate and everything. It takes a little bit of throttle input and a bit of time to get, you know, up to highway speed and everything. But I mean, you don't get this car because of its performance or because it's quick. You get it because it has, you know, it's a higher ground clearance because it's an SUV, and it's got more space in the rear to put your kids and put your stuff in the trunk and everything. But yeah, I mean, it's by no means quick or anything like that, but I would say that if you're just, you know, taking this on the interstate and driving around town and everything, it'd be a great vehicle to go with. But it's by no means like a performance SUV or anything like that, like some of the other SUVs that I've driven from Ford. And then to cap things off, what I'm going to say overall impression wise is, you know, from the, you know, price point that you can get these at, even, you know, more fully loaded and everything, you know, being cheaper, 20s, 30 range, basically, it's a really good buy for, you know, what you're getting and everything, with how much space that this has, and, you know, the good fuel economy that it gets and everything. I think it's a really solid choice to go with if you're in the market for a crossover, kind of like that, you know, mid-size crossover sort of SUV. This would be a great choice to go from, especially if, you know, you're not wanting to buy something that's going to break the bank or anything like that. And there we have it, everyone, the all-new 2018 Ford Escape. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Please comment down below what you thought, and I will see all of you in that next video.